Welcome to the Rise Above show with Patricia Jo Grover, where we rise above our challenges and turn believers into achievers. I want to take just a moment and thank our sponsors, 133 Approved Funding. They say yes when the bank says no. They've been able to help businesses keep their doors open and keep people employed, or for the people who are having now to go and start new businesses and ventures in life, as well as they have funding available for people such as myself, that have clients that are looking for services to help them get started on something new with their life to be able to move forward. So it's similar to something like a student loan. So I have with me today CEO of 133 Approved Funding. I'm so happy to have you with me, Roosevelt. Let me tell everyone a little bit about you. Because it is really something that we can have you here, because you're going to be speaking in the financial dimension of life on the Rise Above Summit with us for the second time. Everybody needs to hear these messages. So Roosevelt Morris is AKA the Dr. Funding. He's president and CEO of 133 Approved Funding, Inc. He's an author, award-winning finance and funding expert, and retired U.S. Marine. After 9 years in the finance and mortgage business, Morris continues to have a driving tenacity for small business and helping them keep success in business and keeping in business. So I'm so happy to have you on the show, Roosevelt. Glad to have you with us.
Thanks for having me, Patty.
Boy,
Glad to be here.
Yeah, awesome. So I'm going to ask you some questions so that it helps the people be able to understand and connect to you even more. So who is Roosevelt Morris?
Well, I'm just a simple guy. I mean, I started out with humble beginnings, and I'm just a person who, just like anybody else, who, when the economy and when the job market dropped and the economy crashed, I had to find a way to survive. I had to, thinking I would, have to take care of my family. I had a family, and just looking for ways to survive. And that's it. I went from being living the American dream to living the American nightmare, because as with anything, you're living good, life is good, and the money's flowing, multi six-figure income job, traveling around the world, beautiful wife, lovely children, the house, the cars, and then all of a sudden it's gone. In the blink of an eye, it was gone. And then not only was the job gone, the wife left and took the kids, and then paying child support and trying to mortgage, you lost the house. So, and, going homeless. And fortunately, having friends from the past, the things you do in your past will, affect your present time. So having, done my job, what I consider doing my job in the Marine Corps, keeping my Marines safe. One of my Marines was in the Goodwill one day when I was in there looking for clothes. And he, saw me. I thought I was having a nervous breakdown because nobody should have known me in that area, because I was sleeping in my car behind that Goodwill, he recognized me, and I told him my story. And at that time, they were having a finance seminar in the Goodwill. I didn't know that. And that changed my life. So now I'm in the finance and mortgage industry. So,
yeah. And that story just goes to show you, the rise and fall. And it is, people have been through so many things, but it has made you that much more sure of you know that you're doing what you should be doing because you knew the importance of having that available for you at that time.
Right, right. Yeah,
Right,
just the fact that I didn't know about it, I know other people don't know about it.
right.
Didn't know about it. It's a Goodwill. You think Goodwill clothing, secondhand clothing and toys and stuff, not a career center where it could change your life, you know. Yeah.
Yes, it's fantastic, and the programs that are available. So,
Yeah.
Roosevelt, tell us what the difference is about you and other funding companies. You know, who is this for, and what are the benefits that you have with your program?
Well, what makes 133 approved funding different from other funding companies and banks, and is that we not only have funding programs. We don't just fund you; we educate you. We want to make sure that you don't get back to where you are today. When you come into you call me or you talk to one of my agents, where you are then. We want to make sure you don't get back there. Or if you do find yourself going back there, you know who to reach out to. We're there for you. So we educate you. Not only do we provide funding, we also provide you the ability because with startup companies, they start out and they have this product or service, and it may be high price, may be very, the investments is large. So they're afraid that, their clients will say, well, they're afraid of the pricing issue. Well, if I tell them it's $3,000, they're not going to buy it, or they can't afford it. So we have a program for that where we offer them the ability to finance, offer finances to their customers so they don't become a collection agency while trying to build their business. And we know that most people, in the business have credit issues. Okay. And so over these last 5 years, understanding that we have a credit repair program that, helps you to get the funding that you need because I know, and just like from my experience myself, even though I started out in the finance business after that incident, after meeting my friend in Goodwill, my credit was jacked up. It was totally gone. So that the programs that we have in place now, I use those programs to clear my credit so that within the time frame that they told me, and it's guaranteed pretty much. To me, I'll say guarantee. I'm not gonna throw it out there as guaranteed, but we do. With me, I know it works. So the credit repair program, and that helped me to be able to get $150,000 in financing after I cleared my credit. So that not only just for business, but for personal as well. You see what I mean? So we help you to give you that foundation. As you'll see in my logo, there's a mountain. It's mountains because we want to give you that solid foundation so that, you have snow caps because that's beautiful, but that means that's the icing on the cake. We want to give you a stable foundation so that when you grow and you're there for life, and if you want to expand, yes, you can do that too. So our premise is keep businesses in business. And if you want to grow and expand, yes, that's it. Okay. And so that's what makes us different.
Awesome. So let me ask you another question that just came to mind is do you have services available even if somebody's not currently looking for funding, but they can learn to manage their, credit and get things cleared up so that when they do want to apply? So is it like a proactive thing? Do you have?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because the best thing is that looking for funding when you need it is the worst time to do it. So if you don't need it, that's the best time to look for funding. Okay, so that when you're ready for it, you already have the money. Like having a credit card, and you don't need it right now. But when you want to buy that lawnmower, or when you want to buy that Chanel bag or whatever, you got it right there. But if you're in business and you're we have a business program that teaches you the basics of business and financing so that you are fully capable of doing what you need to do. Let me see. That's not quite your question, is it?
Well,
Um,
like if people watching this show, if they're not ready right now, they know they want to expand in the future, but they're
mhm.
needing to maybe clear up their credit so they can get better rates, better interest rates and
Mhm.
stuff.
Right,
Do you have
right,
something that they can go in
right.
there
Yeah,
and do that now so that they'll be
right.
ready?
We have a credit repair program that's in place that helps you to establish, to start it, clear it up, clean it, or expand it the way you need it or want it to, so that when you are ready to uh, apply for business loan, nobody will turn you down. Nobody can turn you down, and your interest rate won't be high. We have 0%, credit lines, so you can get those best lines of credit, or you can get that house, or you can get that car without paying double for it because your credit's bad. So we have to clear that up. We have in-house credit repair agency that, like I said, helped me clear mine. And also, if if you're overextended, we teach you how to clear that up without having to, break the bank or be embarrassed by things. We have no judgments, anything like that, because everybody within our company has been there. You understand? We've been there, so we understand the pains, the emotional pains that you deal with, and the financial pains that you deal with. So you're dealing with somebody who knows what's going on.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic, Roosevelt. So when we get to the end, we'll be able to share your website so people can get that information. But I have another question or a couple other questions for you. What Roosevelt, what are the major causes for business failures?
Uh, the major causes usually is just finances, credit, money. Money is the major cash, credit, and financing. So if you don't have the cash, you can't do it. You don't have the credit, you can't do it. And you can't finance it, you can't do it. So those are the majors. And it's usually not the fault of the business owner. It's usually, pretty much lack of education or awareness because, banks, they don't tell you, they're not going to tell you what you need to know. They're going to tell you what's necessary to get your business with that high interest so that they can make money. Banks are in business to make money. You know, it's just simple as that. Now, there's nothing wrong with the bank. I love them because, yes, money is necessary to do anything. You're not going to do anything without money. And, credit today is something that you have to have. So, people who say, well, I pay cash for everything. I don't have any credit cards. Oh, I bought my car for cash. Okay, I made that mistake myself. $102,000 Mercedes-Benz S550 AMG. Present to myself, paid cash for it, and instantly, by the time I drove off the lot, it was only worth $90,000. Okay, and within 5 years, I'm not going to tell you how much.
Right, right.
But yeah, so you need credit. You need credit cards. You need credit because credit tells the banks or anybody else that how trustworthy you are. That's how credit is. It's trust. You
Right.
know.
You
So,
can't rent a hotel room or rent a
no,
car without having a credit
credit
card.
card. They're not
So
even taking debit cards. And if you have a debit card, they're gonna charge you. There's a fee like a between 100 to three to I know in Dubai it was up. One of my friends had a debit card. They charged them $500 charge holding fee to hold that money until after we left to make sure that he had the money because they want it because that's how it with debit cards. Because if you don't have any more money, then they lose out. But credit card, they can charge you.
right.
So I mean, so they have those penalties that they have. So yes, you need credit. Okay, I appreciate people saying, "Well, I don't have any debt." Bad move. You got to have debt. There's good debt, and there's bad debt. The only thing that makes debt bad is if you don't pay your bills, then it becomes bad debt. You know. So the debt, good, whether it's good or bad, depends on you. Okay.
Wonderful, wonderful, Roosevelt. So thank you so much for sharing that with everybody. So that can you go a little bit more into the financing available that you can have like a coach consultant, or I know that you've said you've had even uh, plastic surgeons getting
Mhm.
getting hooked up so that their clients can get funding. Can you tell a
Yeah.
little bit about that?
Okay. Well, that's one of the best things. It's one of the best things I think that the system was able to open up for small businesses coaches is consumer finance. You know how for example, a car is consumer finance. Buying furniture is consumer finance. When you go in and they say, "Oh, okay, it's $1,000. Okay, we can finance it." You hear that? Oh, well, you can finance. Oh, let's see if we can get you finance. That's what we have available now for coaches and business owners and speakers so that they can improve their business. And basically, what it is instead of, well, usually when I'm going to tell you about a seminar I went to, and where the guy, he goes out and he gives everything on the list, and there's 2,000, 5,000, there's $50,000, but we're going to give it to you for $25,000 a day. And then most people are like, I can't afford that. So you have 100 people in the room, and maybe five will be able to do that. And then maybe 10 will be able to, go to the bank and get a loan. But if you could offer, you say, well, if anybody wants to do it today or this week, let's see if we can get you financed. Okay. And so so if you think, oh man, how am I going to get $25,000? But then if they offer financing, most people have gone through the experience where it's oh, but you offer finance. Okay, let's see what we can do. So those lower payments, you don't have to put out $25,000 or go into your 401k or mortgage your house trying to get into a program that you really, you believe in and will help you, or it may not, but you want to do it and you can't afford it. So you leave there half-hearted because there's something there that can help you, and then you can't get it. But now, you could offer, say, well, hey, my program's $3,000. Oh, I don't have 3,000. Well, let's see if we can get you financed.
Right.
Okay, if you can do that right then, and then then it's simple. You send them a link, they fill out the application, they're approved right then or not. Okay, some people don't get it, so most people will get approved, and then instantly, depending on how we set you up, the coaches they get their money right then, and you don't have to be a collection agency. You don't have to try to chase people down, because the first thing that's gonna go when things have problems is more likely your program. So this avoids that. So your money goes in the bank, you're paid. All you have to do is focus on providing your valuable service to that client. Yeah.
Fantastic, Roosevelt. That is so important, because right now there may be people, for the viewers and listeners that are coaches, consultants, and providing service to people to help them move forward in a positive way with their business and lives. This may be something that is beneficial for them to have available for their clients, because the clients are in need of this information. And, this may be a way that they can get it that they otherwise wouldn't be able to.
Right.
So thank you for providing this service, and thank you for being with us and being the sponsor of my show, because, I know you and I have worked together with several different things. And so I take that as, you know, uh, as your approval of what I'm doing here with the show. And, because I know that I think you believe in what I'm doing and the message that I'm
Yes.
sharing. And so I do appreciate that.
Right. Yeah, with platforms like yours, Patty, it gives us the ability to allow entrepreneurs, people who are trying to make it happen and provide their services thing, give them the ability to make them aware that there is more than just one source of help for them, and so it gives them hope. And that's what I love to see at the end of a business deal, is that when I see a business owner who, like for example, Lori, who had a nail salon, when she was about to lose her shop, and she went to the bank and they said, no, we can't do it because you haven't been in business long enough, and your credit is also bad. When we gave her hope and gave her the funding that she needed, she didn't get everything at once, but she got what she needed to to pay all the bills and keep afloat and start working towards. And then once she did that, then she was able to get the rest of the hope, the satisfaction, the cheers, the joy. That's what I look for. That's what I look for. That's what I want to. That joy, that radiation of hope is what to stay in business and be able to provide, to keep their dream and provide for their families and their employees' family. And that's what it is.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, so again, so we're so honored to have you with us and as our sponsor. And you're going to be speaking on the financial dimension of life on the Rise Above Summit, and you will be on Friday, July 9th at 7:30, about 7:30 in the evening. People can catch you there to watch that segment. So thank you for being with me, Roosevelt. Do you have any gifts for our viewers and listeners today?
Yes, because credit is so vital to any of this funding, or getting a car, getting a house, getting anything, even car, even insurance. Then what I want to provide to you is a free report of the five key things that are necessary to help clear your credit and boost your credit score by 100 to 200 points almost instantly, even if your credit is jacked up. Okay, so that free report is available, and you'll be able to, you can text Rise Up to 26786, and you'll get that report. So that's right just for this program here. So just text Rise Up, one word, to 26786, and you'll get that report right there. All right.
Oh, wonderful, Roosevelt. Thank you so much. And for anybody who'd like to find out more about me, you can go to patriciajogrover.com. And also, if you text the word GOAL, GOAL, to 26786, we have free gifts that'll be coming right into your inbox. So again, if you want to find out more about 133 Approved Funding, it's 133approvedfunding.com, and to get more information, and Roosevelt can get back to you or his staff. And I have a little video for us on the way out. So thank you for being with us again.